1-6 against you and you earlier. Also you, sir, the $2,160,000. At 2.16 with the opening bidder. At 2.16 now. At 2 million, yes. 20. 20, welcome to you, the 80 on top at 218. At 2,180,000. At 2.18, take me to 2.2. At $2,180,000 across the road at 2.18. At 2,180,000. What would you like to do? At 2.18 now against you, call it 2.2. At $2,180,000 across the road, here sir also, and against you sir. At $2,180,000 are we done? Against you, take me to 2.2. 2,180,000. At 2.18, calling first call now at $2,180,000. What would you like to do? 2.2. That's the lower end of the indicating selling range. We're getting there at $2,180,000, calling second call at $2,180,000. Are we all done? All finished? All silent here at $2,180,000 for the third and final call. Yes, sir. 10. 10 it is at 2.19 at 2,190,000. Same opportunity offering to you. Against you here, quarter 2.2 at 2.19 across the road at 190. 10 to 20 at 2.2 at $2,200,000 against you, sir. At 2.2 is the call. See, 10's not working. Try 20 again. At 2.2 is the call at $2,200,000. Yes, sir. 2.10. 2-2, triple two, 20 on top of the last bid at $2,220,000. Triple two against you now. What do you say? At 2-2 is the call at $2,220,000 with the
20, another 20.
Another 20, make the 40. At 40 over 2-2 at 2.24 now at $2,240,000 against you here. At 2,240,000 against you, sir, over here and here at 2,240,000. 260. At 224 at $2,240,000 across the road. They are holding the key here. First call at $2,240,000. Second call at $2,240,000. How are we done? Another 20. 60 at 2,260 at $2,260,000. Take me to 80 at $2,260,000. To my left here. Are we done? First call at $2,260,000. Your call, ma'am. Second call at $2,260,000. All done, all finished, all silent here at $2,260,000 against you there. Here, sir. Are we all done at 2,260 for the third and final call at $2,260,000? This was the opening bidder. Are we done? At $2,260,000, last three call, once, twice, three times at $2,260,000. I'll give you a moment to think about your next move. Ma'am, I'll take your offer to the owner. Won't take too long. Okay. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. 2,260,000. You're currently holding the key at 2260. We are very, very close to be on the market here at $2,260,000. I'll even take the 10. I'll take me straight to 228. Your call, ma'am, at $2,260,000. I'll start counting. First call. 10. 10 is 70. 70. At 2,270,000. We are getting there brick by brick at 2270. At $2,270,000. Almost 80. At $2,280,000. You know what this means, ladies and gentlemen? You've been to my auction before. We are on the market and we're selling at $2,280,000 with them now against you. Another 10 will put you back. Another 10 at 290. 290 here, quarter 2-3. At 229. At $2,290,000 against you here. Take me to 3. At 2.3. 2.3 is the call. What do you want to do? At 2.3 here, another 10 puts you back to the competition. At 2.3, sir, just double checking. At $2,300,000, we're on the market selling. At 2.3 now. At 2.3 is the call against you. What do you say? At 2.3 here, at $2,300,000, calling first time at $2,000,000. Another 20.
10.
Oh, 10. You got me excited there. It's two finger at 2, 3, 1, at 2, 3, 1. 20, straight back. At $2,320,000. Have you tried that? It'll work. At $2,320,000, spits with
Another
it.
10.
Another 10 at 30. 30 now at 233. 40. Your decision at $2,300,000.
235.
2,350. Good bid. That's the way to go. At $2,350,000. What do you want to do?
Now 20.
20. Good bid at 237. 370 over 2 at 2.37 now. 2.4. 2.4. That's the way to go at $2,400,000. What do you say? At 2.4.
30,000.
30 on top of 4.3 at 2.43 at $2,430,000 at 2.43 now. You want to do $2,430,000. 800 metres to the Glen Waverley secondary catchment. $1 million view of the Dandenong Range. There's nothing else on the market like this. You missed out on this one, you're going to see me next week. At $2,430,000 across the road calling. First call. Are we done? At $2,430,000. Second call at $2,405,000. 5,035. 2,435. Almost. At $2,435,000 with the opening bidder. We're getting there. At $2,435,000. Start counting. First call at 2.435. Second call at $2,435,000. You have 13 and a half seconds before I knock it down. For the third and final opportunity at $2,435,000. All done, all finished, all silent. Once the gavel hits the contract, I can't take any more bids. We all done. Just want to double check. Thank you for your patience. Try to do the best thing for the owner. Maybe not. They start walking away. At $2,435,000, we are selling. And ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the new owner. It is sold. Congratulations. Well done. Welcome to the neighbourhood. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for attending another successful Glen Waverley auction. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.